Trader Sam here from Trade to Prosper. Feeling a bit better today. So, and the crazy charts that we're looking at. So, let's have a look and discuss. Some time back, I can't recall when, I did talk about liquidity pools. Liquidity pools meaning that where there's longs, there's stop losses, and they are liquidity pools where stop losses are. Similarly here, so what we had was price never came down, but past that, whales look for liquidity, get their bitcoins, and up it goes. And then they sell off. Yep. And then it didn't stop here, right? Didn't stop here or didn't for this level. They went for liquidity pool right there. So liquidity pools is what we're looking for. So similarly, I did say in one of the videos that just underneath all this and under this wick, there's liquidity pool. And it was for some weeks or days, whatever it was. So the liquidity pool was there, and you could see that I just had to go underneath and get that. This liquidity pool going long, it was here, so I thought there might be a good case where we get that and then go back up. So they just went for this. So is this still an option? Don't know, and I can't say so. But that you can understand the strategy, and what their goal is pretty much buy where there's a lot of coins, and stop losses are pretty much it. And then they push the price up and the FOMO kicks in and then they resell it. So that is a strategy, and timing that is the hard part. So anyway, let's look at this bigger chart on the weekly and let's see how we're going. So on the weekly, if we were to just remove all those drawings, you can see historically these moving averages. Now I think this is the 21 moving average on the monthly. It's acting as support along with this 50 moving average on the daily. Now, we can see that some of these moving averages are relevant from the past, and when they cross over, you can see what happens when they cross over, a deep pullback. Crossover, a deep pullback. So we don't want to see these moving averages cross over. For that to happen anyway, that means that it's got to drop down probably to 25k for the crossover to probably complete. If it goes below 25k, then that is pretty much game over, and we will look for lows again. So that is from my perspective what we're looking at. Just for the weekly chart. If we look at the weekly from an indicator perspective, let's see RSI. We're starting to get bearish divergence soon. So if we look at it from this perspective, see how we hit our top, we got a pullback and we kept going. But what we did is we start to get bearish divergence, and eventually it did play out. Yep, so it did play out, and that was it there. So here and here has some relevance, and I think that what we're going to have is another surge up, and then we're going to get our bearish divergence of some sort. That is what I'm looking at, and if we look on the bigger time frame, if we use the top as 1 and the bottom as 0, you can see the 0.236 act as support, which is roughly aligned with these weekly levels perfectly. We did find resistance on the 25k, and that's another perspective on Fibonacci, but what we're seeing is the 0.382 holding its level along with the 21 monthly moving average. So if we lose the 21 monthly moving average, understand we're going to go down. Might come down, but I think we'll come down a lot. For the time being, this 0.5 is the next target, and you can see there. Now there's liquidity pull on top of it. So those that came in shorting, there'll be stop losses here. And I think they would have been taking profit anyway, but there might be still enough. If there is enough with open orders, they might see it come down. And that might be our wave 5 on the short term. So this is our perspective. So let's have a look at this. Let's just clear a few things out. And okay, didn't quite clear everything out, did it? Okay, that's better. So that is what I'm looking at. So if we were to just open, let's do this on a daily or 3 days. 3-day chart might be better. Let's just get rid of this for the time being. So you can see the bearish divergence all the way through. Having bearish divergence on the bull market doesn't really mean anything until it happens, unfortunately. So that was a bearish divergence playing out. And I do believe we are getting something here. This is going to be a significant line. If we drop this trend line after trend line, that's when drop. So that's a 3-day chart. If we're to look at another time frame, let's look at a 2-day. If there's any patterns there, it's still the same. So the 2-day, you can say, okay, we got that. And you can see when we lost a 2-day trend line there, right there, that dropped significantly. So now we got this support level. And so from a 2-day chart and the moving averages here is going to be significant. So this 21 monthly moving average there is important. And this is a 50 daily. So having these levels and having Fibonacci, so if we were to do this, and let's say that was a 0.618 as support, you can see roughly, let's say that is our support, just looking from that perspective, we can still see that if we were to do wave 5 from a bigger picture perspective, that could be the case right there. 36 to 38 with this fib extension, assuming that is our 618 as support, then that's what we got to go for up. And you can see the green candles, cradle setup, bad candle, but still, this is to the upside. Now, we could also do this as well, I suppose. We'll see how that works out. But I think if this was to go up, this will likely hit the resistance, and then I think that's where we come down low. And it wouldn't surprise me that this plays out. We'll poke our heads above this and then come down. And what I'm looking for correction of some sort, unless this is a parabolic run, which is a theory of a few. This could be a parabolic run. Let's see how that works out. Just put it in there. But conditions probably aren't suited for it. And what conditions are they? We can look at them. Let's see. That's market dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is still looking to go up. Conditions. Here we go. SP 500. Where are we? Here. And what's this one? Monthly. Okay. Interesting. So we have our SP 500 clear resistance. We need to see go above it. We have this level. So it is looking bearish. This is 3 days. It's turned, and that's what Bitcoin dropped as well, I think. And there's some rumors, but that's what might take place, or further down from that level there. It is looking bearish, and if we lose this is where we're going to go down more. And we can look at this from an hourly wave count perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if we get our results right, you can see where 5 could potentially end up at, just around above 3,000. That is a theory, just one of many scenarios, but you understand what I'm looking for. So at the moment, we just keep an eye on this. Now on the smaller time frame, this has gone crazy, and we regained a lot of it. amazingly. Let's see if we've got another chart that could show us. Let's go to the 1 hour. I think it was the 1 hour that's probably better. Um, okay, that's right. I closed most of those off. Here we go. Let's just put these back in. So what happened here? Price bounced, hit the 0.786, came back down, hit our 50 moving average again, perfectly on it, and the 0.618 is acting as resistance, along with this scenario here. So this level is definitely related as major resistance. This could be a swing trade, come back down. Now, problem is we have a big range from there to there, just early days. It might be here. I think it might just come. This might be the range that we can trade. So that would have been a good shorting position. But let's look at it on a small time frame. I'm not brave to take that on because this is pretty bullish. Even though it was a dump, this is also a buying opportunity, and off it went. So come back in calls at the moment. This is I would like to see it go above. Actually, that's not a bad position there as well. You didn't, yeah, quite made it. So that could have been a good entry on the 618. So I think that's what people did. But look at this move. It's a strong move. So there's momentum with it. And momentum, you don't want to stay in front of it. So it can go above. Now, if we were to take a trade for this, I would look for some bearish formation and then it breaks. But it's difficult. I'll just wait to see what comes up out of that. So that's what we've got at the moment. For other perspectives, look at my other chart, but other video posts, and have an idea. Now back to a good indicator in our channel. I have this on our Telegram channel. I said that was going to be support. Take some profit for your alts and your Bitcoin, whatever it is, because we're going to get a bounce. And I didn't expect that kind of bounce. That came back all the way up here. But you can see tether dominance. When can we go bullish? We need to break that. So this level is very the bull market. If we go down below this level of tether, I think that's the bull market. At the moment, we had this breakout from here. We had the breakout and confusion. We don't know what's going to happen here. So tether dominance is a good tool to watch when to take profit or find an entry. So this was a good entry. That was a good position to take profit. Oh, sorry, here, take profit there. Now we're in the middle and no idea what's taking place, but we have this level of previous resistance and we are currently below it. So that's pretty good. We came back down. Before it was all green all the way up. So before the candle closed on the 12 hour, we come back down. So that's a good sign that we are likely to knock on this, but we can still do that a bit. Yeah. So I see that happening. We're still in the range for tether and shorting going along. So this will be another entry to go along if it comes down that far. And this is an area where you take profit. All right. So that's all I got. These are the indicators. Gold is likely to continue going up as the markets run away from fiat banking system, bank runs, all the rest. Gold is looking very positive, and the likes of crypto, I still feel like that's another risk asset to go into, but there is money flowing into that as well. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. A few other charts that I have, I'm not going to go into, but Bitcoin dominance hasn't broken, and it's in a volatile area. So if this is a Wyckoff accumulation, guys, if this is a Wyckoff accumulation, this could do that as well. So be careful with your alts. If this is a take off, and then eventually come back down. So this is an accumulation. This is the shakeout area before it goes up. And to be confident that this is going to go down, we need to break this level first. So then you can go and do crypto. Alt season probably, but we haven't broken that. Alt season requires this level to be broken. Otherwise, looking to go up. What do the indicators tell us? It's just started to go up again with upward momentum. And this is a 3-day chart, so a bit of bearish divergence that took place. However, we've still got that going, so it could still come back feature like that. So we've still got upward momentum at the moment. That's a wrap up. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day, and thanks for listening. Cheers.